Now let's paint that sweet little baby, Bailey. It's one of Jenna's pets. She has quite a menagerie, and they're all cute little fur babies. And so I've done paintings of most of them, and all of a sudden one day she said, oh my goodness gracious, I don't have a painting of Bailey. So we're working on Bailey today. So I'm going to start with her body. She's a combination of a Jack Russell Terrier and a Rat Terrier. So I'm not exactly sure what you call it. Some people call it a Jack Rat, and some people call it a Russell Rat, and I don't know. It's a cute dog is what it is. So Bailey's a sweetie. I'm using some of the same black left over from the horse. And she has some pretty white markings. Get her body, and then we'll do her head. She's got quite a bit of white on her, so that's going to be fun to do. Now I'm going to bring a little blue onto the underside of her belly. This helps just give some form to her body. There's a little roundness. And the blue adds also a little sheen to her coat. She's a shiny girl too. She's got black on her head. Really pretty markings. And since I've got all the markings correct in my basic drawing, so I don't really have to worry too much about that. I can just concentrate on painting, and I've got all that correct, so I can just kind of follow that along. She has really neat ears. And got a little pink in her ears. I'm gonna use some of that again, some of my roof color from the cabin. And then she's a mix of the black and then some browns. So I'm gonna work some of that brown into her ear. So that's what the pictures I have, she's got that. And then I'm going to put a little blue highlight here on the black part of her ear, just to give a little separation out from the horse. Also on the top of her head. I'm going to add a little light onto this ear, again, to give her separation from the horse. And just perk that ear up. She and the horse are saying hi. Come back in here and put some of those blue bonnets back there, back of the horse. And she's got a little white, all of this side of her face shows, and she's got white marking and a little tan. This tan extends up over her eye. Along the side of her face. Kind of goes all the way around her eye. And some of this dark comes down in here. It's kind of a mixture of the black and the tan. So we've got that. I'm not going to worry about her nose and stuff. I'm going to get her body done, then we'll worry about her head. A little cute little bobbed tail. Don't really see that in the picture, but we're just going to put a little white and tan on it just so it stands out from the horse. And we've got this marking that comes down over her back. Now the top part of that's, she's kind of in the shadow of the horse, but I'm going to get a little bit lighter right here on her hip just to help give her some form. And this back here I'm going to make a little bluer so it just rounds over her back. And then she's also got one that comes over her shoulder. She also has on her legs, she also has some of that tan. Comes up in here. And again, I'm working from a photograph. It's on my tabouret right beside my easel. Kind of goes up under her leg there. That black doesn't come down quite as far as I have it, so just make that a little bit smaller. And I'm going to put a little blue highlight on her hip right here. Just help round her out. And then she's got her leg. I'm using some of the same shadow color that I used for the horse's blaze. And her leg goes down into the grass or into the blue bonnets. So that'll disappear. And this black comes down a little bit further here on her. On her leg. Now her opposite leg is all in shadow and it's white. Get my tissue here. I use my tissue to wipe the brush. That way the color on the canvas stays clean. You can't have clean color on your canvas if you've got a dirty brush. So that's what I'm doing there. Now the back edge of that leg's going to get just a little bit of light bouncing, and so we're going to make that edge a little bit lighter, but not real light. And she's got a little tan just on the back of that leg. I'm going to make that a little bit darker so it goes back under her belly there. She's just got a little tan right there. Now we'll work on her chest. Again, this is some of my color from the horse, from his blaze. And this is some of my color from right up in here, from in the mountain back there. Just a little bit lighter. Now she's got tan here on her legs here. That's probably a little bit too dark, but let me just get this in here and then we can always go back and change it. And then this leg is also tan. I'm going to I've saved all my colors back in here so I can come in, make that separation between the legs. Now this actually comes like so. Comes down a little bit on this leg and down. the white on her face is, that white comes up here. We'll have to come back and add some highlights to this. But again, I'm using some of my color from the mountains back there. Well, I didn't clean my brush, so I'm picking up that dirtier paint, that darker paint. So we'll try again here. Yeah, that's more what I want. And I'm picking up some of the paint from her face, some of that black, but that doesn't, we're going to soften those edges just a little bit. And I'm exaggerating the light on her face a little bit. She'd be in the shadow of the horse more, but I'm taking artistic license because we want her head, we want her to show up. Now here's the point of her shoulder. I'm going to use a little bit larger brush now. Kind of get a little more light in here. Soften that transition between the colors there. Now I want to just lighten this side of her face just a little bit. Now we're going to do her eye. She's got dark around her eye, so this is just get a little bit on that other side showing. Now the white of her eye is showing, but dog, that white is not white. In a dog it's more of a, almost a pink. So we've got that in there. Now I'm just going to block her whole eye in with the dark. And again, just like the horse, we're going to put the iris in first. My brush will cooperate with me. I'll come back and I'm going to add make the pupil back in there because that got too big. Now we're going to put the catch light in there. This is where I need you to hold your breath for me because this is hard to get. I think we got it. And make it a little bit smaller. Now the little highlight on the iris on the opposite side of the eye. Now we'll do her nose. Keep the nose here. And the other side of her lip just shows a little light right here. And there's Miss Bailey. She's a pretty little girl, and I thank you for watching. Please feel free to ask questions. You can just make them in the comment section. Also, please come follow my blog. I show the rest of the step-by-step process of this painting, and you can go to my blog and see the entire painting all the way to the end when I get it finished. The address is on the final frame of my YouTube video. Please subscribe to my channel, and I really appreciate you visiting our studio today. You have a wonderful, wonderful day, and happy painting.